Options Tender, and it's After the Bell, Thursday, 2/18/21. Welcome, everybody. I had a wonderful week with my family on vacation. We are back home, back in action, so we will jump into it. We're only going to do one trade review today that we jumped into. Just want to go over some of the technicals on that. But before we get going, if you like this information, hit the subscribe button and then tap the like button as well. If you like this information, it can hit those algorithms, get them going, and we can spread the word and spread the wealth on this channel. We want to make sure, especially with all these new traders, that we are helping guide through this market. Nobody knows which direction this market is going to go, but we can set ourselves up for probabilities and sort of a guideline to what it might do. So let's get into it. We have the SPX here on the daily. We have the options expected move. This is kind of our playing field. I'll pin that up top if you're not familiar with the options expected move. We are just hanging on by a nail to the 8MA on the close there. Look at that. MACD is right at that resistance and it's curling over. Didn't make cross yet, but you see the histogram's getting really light green. Once it starts turning red, folks, we may have our correction get going and getting gone, because we came down on the first day, did nothing, tried to have a down move, and then popped right back up yesterday, and today made our down move almost to that options expected lower half, and again bounced just to close above the 8MA. So let's go ahead and put some trend lines on here. Trend is our friend, and I just wanted to give you, we are still in this megaphone. We have a wave 1. We're working on wave 2. We believe, I do think, you know, it's a process. So just like this top here, we hit it, just kind, you know, we came down, we're fighting that MA, and we came back up for a bounce, and then we gapped down and we were gone. So at that point we had our A, B, and C corrections. So I think we're still working on wave A, and we'll look at this at a lower time frame as well. Let's jump into it. Over on the 65 on the E mini, that's ES, we like to look at the futures, see what we did for the day, and analyze from there. We are in a channel at this point. I do think this wave 1, we finished larger wave 1 here, and I think we're working on this ABC correction. We may have had a smaller wave A, B, C so far, but then I think we'd have to work our way with the ABC correction to the upside, and that this you know, as long as we make a lower low at this point, meaning if we come up here, maybe I'm not thinking that we'll cross this weekly area. If we do, if we make a lower high at this point, then that's when our ABC, our next ABC will start to occur. So we're making a move down, correct up, and one more move down. And the reason is I just don't, this is really shallow for a wave 2. Wave 2s can be all the way down. Technically, wave 2s can be 100% retracement, which would bring us way back down to this monthly support. That's also a weekly support, just so you know. We do usually expect the 61.8 golden ratio in the gold here. So that's a target. But look at all this confluence to the downside. This is a bullish market, okay? We're just looking for a correction so we can move much higher. But we got to reset some of these oscillators, and hopefully we can bring that MACD down to the 0 line. That would be beautiful. I love this. This is a great thing. I had some in-out spreads for a contrarian move all the way back here, and it was our last week for expiration, and they finally filled today. So that's the beauty of the in-out spread. I'll put that card up top if you're not familiar. They work perfect for reversals, and I do mention that in the video. So after we make some sort of higher, some lower high, then I think we'll start to accelerate to the downside. And we have the expected move here. So maybe we end tomorrow. Maybe we touch the expected move. Maybe we don't. Maybe that's something that happens next week. But next week, going into next week, I think we'll start to have our fade into either the bottom of the channel. That's 38.2. And once we get under this, you see this monthly support here. Once we're into that range, I mean, we're into a huge balance. So things can move quick. I'm not going to hold things, maybe a runner to that point, but really we're just looking for the 61.8 as our target, and we're going to throw some puts on. As soon as we see the market headed any bit higher, I might start to add on to some put positions from this weekly time frame. We'll see how the price action goes, see what kind of wave count we have in this smaller wave up. This ABC, this might actually hit down to the expected move first before making the correction up. And the reason why I say that is because we have a smaller A, B, C inside of here, and then a correction up, then a smaller A, and this might be the B, and then another C. Okay, so that would just be our first larger A, and then we can correct. So just don't be surprised if we have a little bit more downside, but I'm not really thrilled about that little bit of move. We'll see how we open tomorrow, and see if we can play a bounce, and then work our way next week. Since it's options expiration Friday, it likes to play with people, so it might just start way down here and just drive its way to the upside. Follow price action. Okay, I think we'll start adding onto our position around this weekly, or possibly even a little bit higher if it likes to poke its head above here. But I don't think we'll get a new high. If we do, it's going to be a divergent high, and then I'll be adding more to that put position there for a retracement. Okay, all right. Let's look at our one trade idea. We jumped into Rocket. Rocket's looking really good. We jumped into an in and out spread because technically it's a reversal move. So with this, let's look at the daily time frame. Long ago we had our A, B, C correction. That's what I think we're doing in the market right now. You see how there's a smaller A, B, C, and then a correction up here, A, B, C, and then another A, B, C down. Okay, that's what I'm expecting for into next week. Now, after the correction, we have our wave 1, ABC. This is a wave 1, down to wave 2, and we're working on a wave 3, but this is just a small wave here. We had some news, so it looks really erratic, but here's 1, 2, 3, and down to wave 4. I think that wave 4 is just about over, and coming into earnings, we may start to drift a little bit higher. Earnings are on 225, but I don't usually play earnings, but I do have this one out to the 25th, I believe. We have our position out to the 19th, I believe. Okay, 19th, here we go. And we also have a duration position as well, but we did that just looking into the market watch. If you go into the tools, we want to analyze, and then go into earnings button here. And I put Rocket in here. And we don't have much for earnings, but I know if you look at the green dot here, expectations are low. Rocket really tore up the earnings last time, and I think they're going to do that again. Expectations are just way too low looking into these earnings. So I have 2 positions that are on through earnings, and we'll play that one all the way through. So that's it, you guys. Thanks really for joining us. Hit that like button. We want to spread the word, spread the wealth, and join us tomorrow morning for some trade ideas and some more market updates after the night. So good luck tomorrow. Have a good night.